What's up again, guys? Bryant here at 3TR, and I'm here responding to a requested individual topic review that someone would like me to do. This comes from someone under the name of DeldoWell1122. I hope I said that right. I've probably put it right here by now so you can see it from you. And he would like to know, what are my top 5 favorite trilogies of all time? Now, I'm just stating right now that no, Star Wars is not on this list. Trust me, I got several problems with both those trilogies, and maybe one day I'll do a video on them. But anyway, just jump into it. The number 5 favorite trilogy would be X-Men. X-Men was really a very good, well-teamed movie, and I actually enjoyed X-Men 1 and 2 10 times more than I enjoyed Avengers. And trust me, I'm thinking about doing a video explaining why I didn't love the Avengers. I liked the movie, but there were a number of serious problems that I had with the movie, but I'm afraid to put it up. Unless you guys would like to see it, just comment down below and let me know. But anyway, back to X-Men. X-Men 1 and 2 were really good. However, the trilogy as a whole, my biggest problem was that I didn't particularly like how Wolverine had to be the main star of the whole franchise, the whole trilogy. Didn't make sense. This is called X-Men, not Wolverine and the X-Men. There's a cartoon series called Wolverine and the X-Men that focuses on Wolverine. Just because Wolverine is the most popular character of any of the X-Men, I don't really think that's any reason to make him the centerpiece of the entire story. And by the third one, I was really disappointed that they didn't quite go into the direction I was hoping after the ending of the second one. We knew it was going to go into the Phoenix area. I was just hoping that maybe they'd throw an Apocalypse, because to see Phoenix and Apocalypse go at it would have been really cool. Or at least do the Dark Phoenix saga the right way. But then it would kind of go into a we have to travel into space thing, and that I don't think they could have done that in a whole movie. So perhaps X-Men 3 Last Stand was done the best they could, but I still think it could have been a lot better than what we got. Still a decent movie. I think it's a lot better than, say, Wolverine Origins, but not much. Next trilogy, number 4, is the Blade trilogy. Blades 1 and 2, totally awesome movies, kick ass. I definitely like the mature audience version of it, and definitely kind of seeing vampires at like their highest like tone of like scariness, at least in my opinion. And for a fact, Blade 2 is it's unquestionably my number 3 favorite comic book movie of all time. And I've actually done a top 10 comic book movie list of all time. If you guys would like to hear that list, just comment down below and I'll post it up in another video. However, once we got to Blade Trinity, I think they lost track of really what made Blade so interesting. What made Blade interesting as a whole is Blade's character development. But I really didn't feel like he made much development in the third one. And another major problem I had with the whole trilogy as a whole is really Whistler's character. Whistler's death was quite possibly the most effective moment in Blade's life, and definitely the lowest point in the first movie. And it was a very good scene, very heartbreaking. But it just didn't make much sense that you kill Whistler in the first one to bring him back in the first 5 minutes of the second one, to only kill him again in the first 5 minutes of the third one. Just didn't make much sense to me. Number 3 would be Spider-Man trilogy. Again, just like X-Men and Blade. 1 and 2 were good. They lost track of it with 3. And what I think they lost track of it with 3 was they were so pumped up on having Spider-Man take on Venom that I think they really lost track of really that whole era of time. They definitely got really how Peter kind of sees himself when he's infected with the symbiote, and they definitely did the scene correctly of how Brock gets infected by the symbiote. I just didn't like how the ending of Spider-Man 3, it just didn't feel very complete. I mean, Harry had just died, so it was a pretty serious moment for Peter, but in a whole, in terms of overall story, I really felt that they could have gone at least one more, but as we all know, they decided to reboot the series, and now we have the Amazing Spider-Man coming out, which will probably lead to something else. I've heard that maybe they might put it with the Avengers, but at this point I don't really care. Number 2 favorite trilogy of all time is Toy Story. Pixar. Love Toy Story 1, love Toy Story 2, love Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 3's ending definitely did, I can say this as a guy, definitely did make me cry a bit, because it was by far the single, it was the first trilogy that I had ever seen that literally had the single most perfect ending to anything I have ever seen. I mean, I think that even my number 1 choice might have difficulty, but I trust that it'll have as good as an ending. So, which comes to my number 1 trilogy of all time, which is the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I don't even need to go into them. They're all amazing films, and I'm sure the third one is going to live up to our expectations, if not exceed them, just like Dark Knight did. And that is my top 5 favorite choices of all time. Please, comment down below and tell me what are some of your guys' favorite trilogies of all time, because I'm interested. And if you like this video, please like, comment down below, and subscribe up top to keep track of me and my vids, and I will see you next time.